Let me ask you a question. When you look in the mirror, who do you see? Do you see the person you've always dreamed of becoming, or do you see someone who's still on the path to greatness? The truth is, for most of us, there's a gap between who we are today and who we aspire to be. But here's the exciting news: that gap is not a fixed distance. It's a space of infinite possibility waiting for you to bridge it with your actions, your mindset, and your unwavering commitment to personal growth. You see, shaping yourself into the person you wish to be is not just a lofty ideal. It's a practical, actionable process that you can start right here, right now. It's about taking control of your life, your habits, and your destiny. It's about becoming the architect of your own future rather than a passive passenger in the journey of life. Think about it for a moment. Every great achievement in human history started with a vision. The Wright brothers didn't just wake up one day and find themselves flying. They first had to envision a world where humans could soar through the skies. Martin Luther King Jr. didn't just stumble upon civil rights. He first had to dream of a world where all people were treated equally. And you, sitting here today, won't accidentally become the person you wish to be. You must first envision that person and then systematically work towards becoming them. But here's the catch: vision without action is merely a daydream. And that's why we're here today. We're not just going to dream about the person we want to become. We're going to lay out a concrete, step-by-step plan to make that dream a reality. Now, I want you to close your eyes for a moment. Picture yourself 5 years from now, having become the person you've always wanted to be. What does that person look like? How do they carry themselves? What have they achieved? What kind of impact are they making in the world? Hold on to that image, because that's your destination. That's the person we're going to shape you into. But remember, this journey of self-shaping is not about changing your core essence. It's not about becoming someone else. It's about becoming the best version of yourself. It's about unlocking the potential that's already within you, waiting to be unleashed. As we dive deeper into this topic, we're going to explore the key principles and strategies that will enable you to shape yourself into the person you wish to be. We'll talk about the power of self-awareness, the importance of setting clear goals, the role of habits in shaping your identity, and the mindset shifts necessary for profound personal transformation. We'll discuss how to overcome the obstacles that have held you back in the past, how to harness the power of your subconscious mind, and how to create an environment that supports your growth. We'll explore the importance of continuous learning, the role of mentors and role models, and the strategies for maintaining motivation, even when the going gets tough. But before we delve into all of that, I want to emphasize one crucial point: the power to shape yourself into the person you wish to be lies entirely within you. It's not determined by your circumstances, your background, or your past failures. It's determined by your choices, your actions, and your persistence. You see, too often people fall into the trap of believing that their identity is fixed, that they're just not cut out for success, or that it's too late to change. But nothing could be further from the truth. Your identity is not set in stone. It's more like clay, waiting to be molded by your hands. Consider the story of Colonel Sanders, the founder of Kentucky Fried Chicken. He didn't start his successful business until he was 65 years old. Before that, he had worked a series of jobs, from streetcar conductor to insurance salesman, never quite finding his true calling. But instead of resigning himself to a life of mediocrity, he chose to shape himself into the person he wished to be: a successful businessman. He took his chicken recipe and drove across the country, sleeping in his car, facing rejection after rejection, until he finally succeeded. He shaped himself into a person of persistence, resilience, and entrepreneurial spirit. Or think about Oprah Winfrey, who rose from a challenging childhood marked by poverty and abuse to become one of the most influential media personalities in the world. She didn't let her circumstances define her. Instead, she actively shaped herself into a person of empathy, strength, and ambition. These stories, and countless others like them, prove that it's never too late to shape yourself into the person you wish to be. Age, background, past failures, none of these are insurmountable obstacles. The only real obstacle is the belief that you can't change. So as we embark on this journey together, I want you to make a commitment to yourself. a commitment to be open to change, to be willing to step out of your comfort zone, and to persistently work towards becoming the person you envision. Remember, the person you wish to be is not some distant, unattainable ideal. That person is you, a more refined, more actualized version of you. And every step you take towards becoming that person is a step towards living a more fulfilling, more impactful life. Now let's dive into the first key principle of shaping yourself: self-awareness. You cannot shape what you do not understand. Just as a sculptor must intimately know their material before they can create a masterpiece, you must deeply understand yourself before you can shape yourself effectively. Self-awareness is about honestly assessing where you are right now. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What are your core values? What are your core values? What are the beliefs that drive your actions? What are the habits that shape your daily life? This self-assessment isn't always comfortable. It requires you to look at yourself with unflinching honesty, to confront the aspects of yourself that you might prefer to ignore. But this discomfort is the price of growth. It's only by clearly seeing where you are that you can chart a course to where you want to be. One powerful tool for developing self-awareness is journaling. Take time each day to reflect on your thoughts, actions, and emotions. Ask yourself probing questions. Why did I react that way in that situation? What motivated that decision? What am I afraid of? What am I proud of? Another effective method is seeking feedback from others. Often others can see aspects of ourselves that we're blind to. Ask trusted friends, family members, or colleagues for honest feedback about your strengths and areas for improvement. Remember, the goal isn't to judge yourself, but to gather information that can guide your personal growth. Self-awareness also involves understanding your personal narrative, the story you tell yourself about who you are and what you're capable of. Often we limit ourselves with negative self-talk and limiting beliefs. I'm not good at public speaking. I'm terrible with numbers. I'm too old to start a new career. These narratives shape our actions and, by extension, our identity. But here's the liberating truth: you have the power to change your narrative. You can choose to tell yourself a different story, one that aligns with the person you wish to be, instead of "I'm not good at public speaking." You can say, "I'm learning and improving my public speaking skills every day," instead of "I'm terrible with numbers." You can say, "I'm developing my numerical literacy," instead of "I'm too old to start a new career." You can say, "My wealth of life experience gives me a unique advantage in my new career path." This shift in narrative isn't about denying reality or engaging in baseless positive thinking. It's about reframing your perspective in a way that empowers you to grow and change. It's about seeing challenges as opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable obstacles. As you develop greater self-awareness, you'll start to see patterns in your behavior, thought processes, and emotional responses. You'll begin to understand the gap between who you are and who you wish to be more clearly. And with this understanding comes the power to bridge that gap. Now let's move on to the next crucial step in shaping yourself: setting clear, compelling goals. You see, knowing who you want to be is not enough. You need to translate that vision into specific, actionable goals. Goal setting is like creating a roadmap for your personal transformation. It takes the abstract concept of the person you wish to be and breaks it down into concrete milestones that you can work towards. When setting goals, it's crucial to make them SMART specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. For instance, instead of a vague goal like become more confident, you might set a SMART goal like give a 10-minute presentation to at least 50 people within the next 3 months. But setting SMART goals is just the beginning. The real power lies in aligning your goals with your vision of your ideal self. Each goal should be a stepping stone towards becoming the person you wish to be. Let's say you envision yourself as a person of influence, someone who inspires and motivates others. Your goals might include improving your public speaking skills, expanding your network, writing articles or a book to share your ideas, or taking on leadership roles in your community or workplace. Or perhaps you see yourself as a lifelong learner, constantly expanding your knowledge and skills. Your goals might involve reading a certain number of books each month, taking online courses in areas that interest you, attending conferences in your field, or learning a new language or skill. The key is to set goals that excite you, that pull you forward. Goals that make you jump out of bed in the morning, eager to make progress. Because the truth is, shaping yourself into the person you wish to be isn't always easy. There will be challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But when your goals are deeply aligned with your vision for yourself, they provide the motivation to keep pushing forward, even when the going gets tough. Now, here's a crucial point about goal setting, that many people overlook. The value of a goal isn't just in its achievement, but in who you become in the process of pursuing it. Each goal you set and work towards shapes you, developing new skills, habits, and mindsets that bring you closer to your ideal self. For instance, if you set a goal to run a marathon, you're not just working towards crossing a finish line. You're shaping yourself into a person of discipline, someone who can commit to a long-term training plan. You're becoming someone who can push through physical and mental barriers, who understands the value of incremental progress. These qualities will serve you well in all areas of your life, far beyond the realm of running. So as you set your goals, think not just about what you want to achieve, but about who you want to become in the process. Let your goals be catalysts for personal growth and transformation. Now, let's talk about one of the most powerful tools you have for shaping yourself, your habits. You see, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, as Aristotle said, is not an act, but a habit. The person you are today is largely the result of your habitual thoughts and actions. And the person you will become is being shaped right now by the habits you're cultivating. Think about it. If you habitually procrastinate, you're shaping yourself into a person who struggles with self-discipline and time management. If you habitually exercise, you're shaping yourself into a person of vitality and self-care. If you habitually read and learn, you're shaping yourself into a person of knowledge and curiosity. The power of habits lies in their cumulative effect. A single workout won't transform your health, but a habit of regular exercise will. Reading one book won't make you an expert, but a habit of continuous learning will make you knowledgeable and insightful. So how do we harness the power of habits to shape ourselves into the person we wish to be? It starts with identifying the habits that align with your vision of your ideal self. What would that person do every day? How would they start their mornings? How would they approach challenges? How would they treat others? Once you've identified these key habits, the next step is to systematically integrate them into your life. And here's where many people go wrong. They try to change everything at once, leading to overwhelm and eventual failure. The key is to start small, focusing on one or two keystone habits that can create a ripple effect in your life. For instance, if you want to shape yourself into a more productive person, you might start with the habit of planning your day every evening. This single habit can lead to better time management, reduce stress, and increase focus, all of which contribute to greater productivity. Or if you want to become a more empathetic leader, you might cultivate the habit of asking your team members one personal question each day. This simple habit can help you build stronger relationships, understand your team better, and develop your emotional intelligence. Remember, when it comes to habits, consistency trumps intensity. It's better to meditate for 5 minutes every day than for an hour once a week. It's better to read 10 pages every day than to binge read a book once a month. These small, consistent actions compound over time, gradually shaping you into the person you wish to be. Now, let's address one of the biggest challenges in habit formation: resistance. When you try to establish a new habit, you'll often face internal resistance. Your mind will come up with excuses. Your old habits will try to reassert themselves, and the path of least resistance, staying as you are, will seem very appealing. This is where the power of identity comes into play. Instead of focusing on the behavior itself, focus on the identity you're trying to cultivate. Don't say, "I'm trying to exercise more." Say, "I'm an active person who prioritizes my health." Don't say, "I'm trying to be more organized." Say, "I'm a person who values order and efficiency." By framing your habits in terms of identity, you make them more compelling and easier to maintain. After all, it's one thing to skip a workout, but it's another to act in a way that contradicts your sense of self. As you cultivate these new habits, be patient with yourself. Remember, you're not just trying to change your behavior, you're rewiring your brain. This takes time. Neuroscience tells us that it takes about 66 days on average for a new habit to become automatic. So give yourself time and celebrate the small victories along the way. Now let's talk about another crucial aspect of shaping yourself, your mindset. Your mindset is the lens through which you view the world and yourself. It shapes your interpretation of events, your responses to challenges, and your beliefs about what's possible for you. One of the most powerful mindset shifts you can make is moving from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. A fixed mindset believes that your qualities are carved in stone. You're either smart or you're not. You're either talented or you're not. A growth mindset, on the other hand, sees your qualities as things you can cultivate through effort. With a growth mindset, challenges become opportunities to learn and grow rather than threats to your self-image. Failure becomes a stepping stone to success rather than a final judgment on your abilities. And the success of others becomes inspiring rather than threatening. Cultivating a growth mindset is crucial in shaping yourself into the person you wish to be. It allows you to see yourself not as a finished product, but as a work in progress. It gives you the courage to step out of your comfort zone, to try new things, to persist in the face of setbacks. Another powerful mindset shift is moving from a victim mentality to a mindset of personal responsibility. A victim mentality says, things happen to me. A mindset of personal responsibility says, I create my reality through my choices and actions. When you embrace personal responsibility, you empower yourself to shape your life and your identity. You stop blaming circumstances or other people for your situation and start focusing on what you can do to create the outcomes you desire. This doesn't mean denying the reality of external challenges or hardships. It means choosing to focus on what's within your control rather than what isn't. It means asking, what can I learn from this? Rather than, why is this happening to me? Now let's talk about the role of your environment in shaping who you become. You've probably heard the saying, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. While this might be an oversimplification, it points to an important truth: your environment has a profound impact on who you become. Your environment includes not just the people around you, but also your physical surroundings, the media you consume, the activities you engage in, everything that forms the context of your daily life. To shape yourself into the person you wish to be, you need to consciously create an environment that supports your growth and aligns with your vision of your ideal self. This might mean seeking out mentors and role models who embody the qualities you aspire to. It might mean joining communities or organizations that align with your values and goals. It might mean restructuring your physical space to support your new habits and aspirations. It also means being willing to distance yourself from environments and relationships that pull you away from your ideal self. This can be challenging, but remember, every choice to step away from what doesn't serve you is a choice to step towards who you want to become. Creating a supportive environment also involves managing your information diet. In today's world, we're constantly bombarded with information. Be selective about what you allow into your mind. Choose books, podcasts, and media that inspire you, educate you, and align with your vision for yourself. Remember, your mind is like a garden. The thoughts and ideas you feed it are like seeds. Make sure you're planting seeds that will grow into the kind of person you wish to be. Now let's address one of the biggest challenges in personal transformation: maintaining motivation over the long haul. Shaping yourself into the person you wish to be is not a sprint, it's a marathon. It requires sustained effort over time. So how do you stay motivated when the initial excitement wears off, when you face setbacks, when progress seems slow? First, reconnect with your why. Regularly remind yourself of the reasons behind your desire for change. Visualize the person you're becoming and the impact you'll be able to make. Make this vision so compelling that it pulls you forward, even when you face obstacles. Second, celebrate small wins. Don't wait until you've fully become the person you wish to be to feel satisfied. Acknowledge and celebrate every step in the right direction, no matter how small. These celebrations reinforce your new identity and provide the emotional fuel to keep going. Third, practice self-compassion. The journey of personal transformation will have its ups and downs. There will be days when you fall short of your ideals. Instead of berating yourself, treat yourself with kindness and understanding. Remember, it's not about being perfect, it's about making progress. Fourth, surround yourself with support. Share your goals and aspirations with trusted friends or family members. Consider finding an accountability partner or joining a mastermind group. Having people who believe in you and support your journey can make a world of difference. Fifth, make the process enjoyable. Find ways to make your personal growth journey fun and engaging. If you're trying to become more physically fit, find forms of exercise you genuinely enjoy. If you're working on becoming more knowledgeable, explore topics that fascinate you. Sixth, use the power of momentum. Each positive action you take builds momentum. The more you act in alignment with the person you wish to be, the easier it becomes to continue doing so. So focus on taking consistent action, no matter how small, to build and maintain this momentum. Now let's talk about the importance of continuous learning in shaping yourself. The person you wish to be is likely someone who is knowledgeable, skilled, and adaptable. In today's rapidly changing world, the ability to learn and adapt is more crucial than ever. Embrace a mindset of lifelong learning. See every experience as an opportunity to learn and grow. Be curious about the world around you. Ask questions. Seek out new perspectives. Challenge your assumptions. Make learning a daily habit. Read books that expand your mind and challenge your thinking. Take courses in areas that interest you or that are relevant to your goals. Attend workshops and seminars. Engage in meaningful conversations with people who have different experiences and viewpoints. But remember, learning isn't just about acquiring information. It's about applying what you learn to shape yourself and your life. As you learn new things, constantly ask yourself, how can I use this to become more of the person I wish to be? How can I apply this to move closer to my goals? Now, let's address the role of adversity in shaping yourself. It's easy to think that becoming the person you wish to be is all about positive experiences, achieving goals, developing new skills, having breakthrough insights. But the truth is, some of the most profound personal growth happens in the face of challenges and setbacks. Adversity tests your commitment to your vision of yourself. It reveals your true priorities. It forces you to dig deep and access resources you didn't know you had. In short, adversity is one of the most powerful forces for shaping your character and your identity. The key is in how you respond to adversity. Do you see it as a sign that you're on the wrong path, or as an opportunity to grow stronger? Do you let it defeat you, or do you use it as fuel for your transformation? Develop the habit of asking empowering questions when you face challenges. Instead of, why is this happening to me, ask, what can I learn from this? Instead of, how can I get out of this, ask, how can I use this to become stronger, wiser, more resilient? Remember, the person you wish to be isn't someone who never faces difficulties. It's someone who has the strength, wisdom, and resilience to navigate life's challenges effectively. And the only way to develop these qualities is by facing and overcoming adversity. Now, let's talk about the power of your self-talk in shaping who you become. The conversations you have with yourself, your internal dialogue, have a profound impact on your beliefs, your actions, and ultimately your identity. Pay attention to how you talk to yourself. Are you constantly criticizing yourself, focusing on your flaws and shortcomings? Or are you encouraging yourself, acknowledging your progress and potential? The person you wish to be likely has a positive, empowering internal dialogue. They likely speak to themselves with kindness and encouragement, while also holding themselves to high standards. They likely focus on solutions rather than problems, on possibilities rather than limitations. Start consciously shaping your self-talk to align with the person you wish to be. When you catch yourself engaging in negative self-talk, pause and reframe it in a more positive, empowering way. Instead of, I'm so stupid for making that mistake. Or try, I'm learning and improving every day. What can I learn from this? Use affirmations that reinforce your new identity. But don't just repeat empty phrases. Create affirmations that resonate with you emotionally and that you can genuinely believe. For instance, instead of saying, I am confident, when you don't feel confident at all, try, I'm developing my confidence every day through my actions. Remember, your subconscious mind doesn't distinguish between what's real and what's vividly imagined. By consistently feeding it positive, empowering messages, you're programming it to support your transformation. Now, let's address the importance of taking action in shaping yourself. All the self-awareness, goal setting, and positive thinking in the world won't shape you into the person you wish to be unless you take consistent action. Action is the bridge between your current self and your ideal self. It's through action that you build new skills, create new habits, and ultimately shape your identity. Each action you take that aligns with your vision of your ideal self is a step towards becoming that person. But here's the thing about action, it doesn't always feel comfortable. In fact, the actions that shape you the most are often the ones that feel the most challenging. They require you to step out of your comfort zone, to do things you've never done before, to risk failure and judgment. This is where courage comes in. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's the willingness to act in spite of fear. The person you wish to be is likely someone who has the courage to take action even when it's difficult or scary. So cultivate the habit of courageous action. Start small if you need to, but start. Take one small action each day that aligns with your vision of your ideal self. As you do this consistently, you'll find that your comfort zone expands, your confidence grows, and taking bigger actions becomes easier. Remember, you don't have to feel ready to take action. In fact, action often comes before feelings of readiness or confidence. It's through action that you build confidence and competence. Now, let's talk about the power of reflection in shaping yourself. Taking action is crucial, but it's equally important to step back and reflect on your actions and their outcomes. Reflection allows you to learn from your experiences, to course correct when necessary, and to deepen your understanding of yourself and your journey. Make reflection a regular part of your personal growth practice. Set aside time each day, week, or month to review your progress. Ask yourself, what actions have I taken towards becoming the person I wish to be? What have I learned about myself in this process? What's working well? What could I improve? Am I still aligned with my vision, or does it need adjustment? What new insights have I gained about who I want to become? This practice of regular reflection keeps you conscious and intentional about your personal growth journey. It helps you stay on track and make necessary adjustments along the way. Now, as we near the end of our discussion, I want to address a crucial point, the importance of patience and persistence in shaping yourself. Personal transformation is not an overnight process. It's a gradual evolution that happens over time through consistent effort. There will be days when you feel like you're making great progress, and days when you feel like you're taking steps backward. There will be times when your motivation is high, and times when you question why you started this journey in the first place. During these challenging times, remember that personal growth is not linear. It's more like a spiral. You may revisit the same challenges multiple times, but each time you do so from a higher level of understanding and capability. Patience doesn't mean passivity. It means continuing to take action and make effort while understanding that meaningful change takes time. It means trusting the process and persisting even when you don't see immediate results. And persistence doesn't mean rigidly sticking to a plan no matter what. It means staying committed to your vision of your ideal self while being flexible about the path to get there. It means getting back up when you fall, learning from your mistakes, and continuing to move forward. As we conclude, I want to leave you with this final thought. Shaping yourself into the person you wish to be is one of the most important and rewarding journeys you can undertake in life. It's a journey that requires courage, commitment, and consistent effort. But it's also a journey that offers immense rewards, not just in terms of what you achieve, but in who you become. Remember, you have within you everything you need to become the person you wish to be. You have the power to shape your identity, to create your reality, to live a life of purpose and fulfillment. So I challenge you, start today. Take one small action right now that aligns with your vision of your ideal self, and then do it again tomorrow, and the next day, and the day after that. Shape yourself day by day, action by action, into the person you wish to be. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Your journey to becoming the person you wish to be starts now. Embrace it with all your heart, mind, and spirit. The world is waiting for the unique gifts that only you, as your best self, can offer. Thank you for your attention and commitment. Now go forth and shape yourself into the extraordinary person you're meant to be. The future is yours to create. Make it magnificent.